Okay, let's get right down to the unboxing of the smartwatch. This is an IMILAB KW60, oh sorry, W12, and yeah, they're an offshoot of Xiaomi. And there's a couple of things here that they mentioned that are important. It's a waterproof IP68, 330 milliamp hour battery, as well as a 300 by 300 pixel screen as well. I kind of hope this is not too thick because that's the one thing that a lot of these smartwatches have problems with, is that they're way too thick, at least for my wrist. So let's see what we got. All right, so you can kind of see that the sticker they have on the smartwatch kind of has like Google colors, or Microsoft colors, depending how you look at it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Let's see what else we got in the box. So we've got a charger, magnetic charger, I'm assuming, and a information pamphlet, kind of useless. The only thing is that they said the power button's at the top and the workout button is at the bottom. So, yep, there we go. They even give you wearing instructions too. Okay, let's look at the watch itself. All right, so you know how I was saying I don't want the watch to be too thick? It's a little bit thick. Even for me, I would prefer it to be maybe 20% thinner. But then again, that is pretty difficult for an IP68 watch with a big battery, big screen, etc. So I can't complain too much. The strap here is rubber, so it doesn't feel like those fluoroelastomer rubbers you get for like the Apple Watch and stuff like that. It's a little bit less powdery. I do like powdery though, so there's that. But yeah, the rubbers feel okay. Nothing much to say here. Yeah, so you have a nice big round screen here, your power button, your workout button, and then on the back you have the heart rate sensor, and I believe there's an SpO2 sensor as well, but I'm not too sure. So let's turn it on and see what we got. Oh yeah, and then there's also the charging at the bottom as well. Okay, turning the smartwatch on. Here we go, IMILAB logo. And there we go. This is the default watch screen. As you can see, it's bright-ish. I did take this on a bike ride, and it was visible in bright sun, a little bit difficult to see, but yeah, it was still visible. So you can see there's the date, there's the time, heart rate, calories burned, pedometer, as well as a GPS, which you have to link to your phone, by the way. So. And then here we also have, well, that's my number of steps I took today, and that's the battery life at 34%. So you swipe left and right, you get to a couple of screens. The first one here is showing you your steps, the number of kilometers you've gone, as well as the amount you've run. This is your heart rate for your BPM. I did try it. It does work. My heart rate is about 85 to 90 beats per minute, which is pretty normal. And then here we have the SpO2 sensor, which I couldn't get to work for some reason, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But yeah, and then we have the weather as well, which is nice. Sleep. I didn't test the sleep because I don't like wearing watches when I sleep. I just can't sleep with them on, which is just me. And then you have a music control as well. It does work, but on a bike, it's kind of useless because you got to use two hands anyway, so there's really no reason to do that. Okay. Back to the home screen, you swipe to the left and you can actually get some different training statuses, you know, SpO2, you know, stuff like that. Basically like shortcuts, it basically jumps to the screen that you want. So there's that. And then it can go to the More tab as well. And there's Find Phone, Stopwatch, Timer, and finally settings. We have power, reset, brightness, to turn it brighter like this. Make it nice and bright, and then we have the dial, which you can change to different ones. I like the stock one. It's the most information dense for me, so that's what I left it as. And yeah, you can download apps, but there's really not many apps to download. And yeah, so what I will say is that the smartwatch, it looks really good when it's off, right? When you turn it on, you notice that there's a really thick band where there's just absolutely nothing. So that's pretty normal for smartwatches, but it doesn't change the fact that it makes it look a little bit ugly. So see how big, like there's just so much unused space, which is kind of annoying. Yeah. And of course you can start your workout by doing this, walking, cycling, and I'll show you some of the results that I got as well, pairing my smartphone with it. Okay, remember how I said I was going to show you my activity? That's one of the things with these smartwatches, right? You've got decent hardware, like it looks nice. Everything. Oh, before I talk about software, battery life is actually decent. I've had it on for about 5 days now, and it's at 29%, so not bad. You're looking at charging every week. But okay, software. This is where it's a huge weakness. Unless you have a smartwatch that pairs with, like, I don't know, Google Fit or Strava or something like that, something big. They usually use these really crappy apps that just do the basics, and it's just absolutely horrible. And this is an example of one of them. I mean, okay, I'm going to turn the brightness down a little bit so you can see properly. This is stupid. Like, I went on a bike ride on Saturday, right? 30 kilometers. I can't find it anywhere. I searched through this app like high and low. All I can find is a step number for the day I was riding, which they count the steps as well, and I did take about 3,000 steps. That is about right. 2,600 steps, 90 calories, and 2 kilometers walked, which is wrong, by the way. I walked a lot more than that. And yeah, so I was looking for my bike ride, with GPS and all that kind of stuff. Nowhere to be found. This does show my heart rate on the day of. So for example, here we have 88 beats per minute. We have 105 average, 76 minimum, and 142 maximum heart rate. And then we have breakdowns here, and that's about it. I mean, that's your graph that shows you your heart rate, and that's about it. So yeah, it's just not very good. And there we go. See, so you're like I don't know why, but the blood oxygen just doesn't work. So you can see that there's no, like, I couldn't get it to work. So there's that. Yeah, again, the app is horrible. Like, you can just start like riding or whatever, and or walking, running indoors or whatever, and it does work. So that's fine.
2, 1.
Right. That's how it goes. Right. And then it basically records. And I started it from my watch most of the time. So there's that. But in the yeah, it's
workout paused,
and then you stop it, and that's it.
Finished.
And it's super loud, by the way. Okay, here are the various settings that you can do. Really, basic stuff. You have dials. You can actually get custom dials, but I don't know where to get it. It just says go to dial center to, yeah. So there's a custom dial here. You can edit it and stuff like that. Whatever. Heart rate monitor, blood oxygen setting, call reminder, SMS. Yeah, so there's basically your regular stuff for your smartwatch. I mean, what else can I say about this? Good watch, bad app. And the app itself is half the experience. So do I recommend you get this? No, because the app is really bad. So if this integrated with Google Fit and you could just ignore this, what is this called? Glory Fit app, then yeah, this is a good deal. But if you have to use this Glory Fit app, then there's no point. Just go get something else like an Android Wear. So do I recommend this? No, I do not. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one.